Welcome to Banzai Interactive Cooking. Last week I had a suggestion from somebody in here that they wanted to see some brisket, and being that it was 4th of July weekend, I wanted to do some barbecuing anyway. But I ended up wanting to do well. Actually, was it you that suggested it, or I forget
Yeah,
how
I
we
think
thought it.
so.
Thought
You
of,
can give me credit. I won't
yeah.
mind.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were talking about it, and I wanted to do something that was a unique brisket dish that you don't often see outside of Maryland. So, because in the South, where I am, I'm in Georgia. It's generally you cook brisket for 14, 15 hours, really slow, and then do whatever with it. But Maryland has a particular weird way of doing it. And it's usually done with eye of round. But I used to work at one of my first jobs was at a big Jewish deli, and we used to on Sundays cook a pit beef brisket, which is basically you're still smoking it a bit. Um, for about it takes for this took about almost 2 hours on around we want to keep it around 250 and just let it go until it comes up to whatever. If you prefer rare, let it come up to like 110, 115. Medium, I let this one come up to almost 130 in the end, like 125, 130 is where I stopped it. And you take it off the grill at that point. Then you put more coals on the grill and get it real hot. And then the end of it is you sear it and get a little like char on it, and that's what we have here. So you'll get this beautiful like kind of bring it closer to the camera. Um, a medium rarish, or that's kind of a medium, but then on the outside you'll get a nice bark, which a lot of people like. And so, but first, beforehand, I marinated it for a day. And you can either just use your favorite dry rub, or what I did is what we used to use at the deli was it's basically just V8 and Worcestershire, and you put it in that for a night, and then you take it out of that, season it with whatever your favorite Cajun seasoning is, or just blacking season or whatever. I know at the deli we used to just use Lowry's. I did a combination of paprika, white, black, green, and green peppercorns, and salt. That's pretty much all I used. And then once you season it, then you put it on the grill. Again, it takes about 2 hours, and then you take it off, let it rest inside some foil while your grill gets hot again. Then you sear it one last time to get it kind of blackened, and then you take it off, and there you're ready to go. Then the other thing is it's almost better like if you have somebody at a deli or at your grocery store that can you can utilize a slicer after you cook it. That's good. Or get yourself a nice slicing knife like this, and it has to be real sharp because since it's not cooked, or since it's a medium rare instead of being cooked for 15 hours, it's going to be a little bit tough if you don't slice it real thin. And so you need a good slicing knife to be able to kind of accomplish that. And so that is what I have here. And what I'm going to make from this is a famous pit beef sandwich that many places are known for around Baltimore and Maryland. So you get yourself a couple of good slices, and I like it brisket because it has the big fat content. My wife not so much, but it's just if you don't like a higher fat content, then use the eye of round because that's much leaner and doesn't have the big fat cap. Or you can just use this and cut some of the fat off. So I've got a good pile of meat, and what I'm going to do is I also sauteed some onions ahead of time.
Is that skillet already hot?
No, it's not hot. I just used it. I used it earlier to saute the onions, but I didn't clean it out. I just kind of left the onion goodness in there. And then I'm just going to pop that in the oven and get it warm. And in the meantime, while that's getting a little bit warm, I am going to show you how to make the tiger sauce, because that's the other thing is that Maryland doesn't have its like own kind of barbecue sauce. It's a horseradish kind of sauce that they put on it. So, and it's real simple. All you have to do is get horseradish, some mayonnaise, and some lemon, and then take the lemon, and I have a little microplane zester. And you just go really light, and you just zest your lemon. And if you see a fly flying around, it's Georgia in the middle of July, so and it's particularly wet, huh?
And we've been going in and out the house.
Yeah, we've been going in and out the house a lot, and so yeah, we were having I have done my best to control these damn things this year, but even at my restaurant, we're struggling because there's just a lot of them this year. But that happens. So you don't have to zest the entire lemon, just as long as you get some of that oil in there. And you don't want to go too deep either, because the deeper you go, the more bitter it is. That the white part of the lemon is bitter, whereas the yellow part is the part you're really looking for. So that's about enough. It's just a little bit, and then I'm going to slice the lemon in half. Let's see, who's this? Hello, evil egghead. Let's see, I'll pop in real quick. Hello, did you have a question, evil egghead? I just saw him coming up. All right, I'm gonna pop back in. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is just let's see. I'm gonna take a cup. Let me reduce my. All right, so then all I'm gonna do is juice this lemon, and one lemon should do. If it's not quite enough, then I have a second lemon that I can use in the event. And it's all kind of, a matter of preference as to how much lemon you like.
If you don't have one of these fancy juicer things, could you just use a reamer?
Yeah, just use a reamer.
Or even, what if you don't have a reamer?
Then just squeeze, but make sure if you don't have a reamer, if you have like a strainer so the seeds don't get in, just strain it, squeeze it through a strainer. All right, so I'm gonna get my horseradish. Sorry.
I can't see how much horseradish you're putting in.
About a healthy, little over a tablespoon, and because I like mine nice and spicy, and so does my wife.
Oh yeah.
And we're in the South, so I used Duke's, which is a Southern mayonnaise, and you basically just mix the two together. And this is what I did yesterday. For an added, I bought an extra one too. For an added little punch, I got wasabi. And horseradish and wasabi are two very similar things, but they do have it's a similar kind of pepper, but slightly different taste. And I really enjoyed the combination of both of them. I am also at this point going to slide a piece of provolone onto my sandwich. And I'm going to toast my button.
On the bread or on the meat?
On the meat.
Okay.
And then I'm going to toast the bread a little bit. Ooh.
Okay.
Let me get a new one. And I just got a nice brioche roll.
And you toast things in the oven.
Huh?
You toast things in the oven.
Yes, I toast things in the oven. I mean, you might, especially buns. I mean, it's always good to do it in the oven. It's the simplest way, especially if you already have a. Actually, that's good. That's good. All right. So now I'm gonna get a plate out, and that's pretty much all of it. All the pit beef sandwich is. It's real simple. It's really good.
What's that purple stuff?
That's for the what we're doing second. So we have two things we're doing today. We're gonna do some nachos too. As your request.
Nice.
So yeah, my wife had a nacho request. So let me get a plate out so we can show everybody. All right. So we have a nice little toasted bun. Have our horseradish cream. And this is basically just a glorified roast beef sandwich, but it's one of the best roast beef sandwiches you'll have when done right. And if you really want, like what we used to do at the deli also on Sundays with this, is I used to basically make this sandwich, except I'd put some scrambled egg on it and have like a pit beef and egg sandwich, and that was really good also. But I wanted to show the traditional sandwich here today. And so, we have our pit beef with the onion and the provolone. Badoo. And there we go. And that is a Maryland-style pit beef brisket sandwich, and it is really, really good. I highly recommend it if you want something else to do with a brisket that doesn't take nearly as long. You just got to kind of remember to marinate it the night before. And that's really good. Let's see. All right. So what we're going to do next, my wife wanted some nachos, and I had some unique stuff to use. So, hold on. Wait. What's up, Dave? Yeah, I can hear. I just have my headphones turned down, so I can't I can see y'all if you come up, but I kind of have it turned down so I don't get too distracted by like the sounds of the crowd. Okay, all right, back to it. Okay, so my favorite tortilla chip is Santitas. Don't use anything else; it's the best one.
They're cheap too.
Yeah, they're very cheap, and they're in my opinion they're the best tortilla chips. All right, so we're gonna spread these out, and what I have done, we had some. This is some Bella Fitano balsamic cheese. It's similar to like a slightly.
It's Merlot soaked.
It's Merlot soaked, but it's kind of similar to a softer Parmesan. It just has red wine in it. Let's see. Let me turn this down a little bit. All right, and then. And so I have some of the pit beef that I chopped up yesterday because I made some sandwiches. Oh, I didn't. Where's the? Well, I could have used a little bit more lemon, but oh well. So I'm going to take some pit beef that we chopped up yesterday because I made some sliders from my work, and we set off some fireworks last night because there wasn't any fireworks celebration because of COVID. So yay.
And if there were, we wouldn't have gone.
And if there were, we wouldn't have gone.
Because of COVID.
It was perfect, yeah, because of COVID. It was a perfect celebration with just friends and in a parking lot 5 minutes away from my house.
And we can do that here.
And we can do that here.
Can't do that in Maryland.
All right. So I've graded. We have the nachos. We have our pit beef. This is the Bella Vitano Merlot soaked cheese. I'm gonna put that on top. Oh, I forgot one thing. Got some pickled jalapenos. All right.
Are you gonna put some tiger sauce on that too?
No, but you're free to we're gonna make the esquite.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So while this is going, we're going to make one of the toppings I already made. So what I got was some I got some blueberries, and I pickled some blueberries just in a simple apple cider vinegar, brown sugar. Like it was about a cup of apple cider vinegar, half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of white sugar. You bring it to a boil. You put your blueberries in. You let it go for about 5 minutes. Boom, you're done. And then you let it sit. I let it sit for about another 20 minutes, and then all I did was blend it in the blender and strained it. And then I got this lovely pickled blueberry sauce instead of a barbecue sour cream or whatever. That's going to be my my main sauce. And then now we're going to make our esquite, which is a corn salsa, and it can be made several different ways. We have this at work. What I did is I grilled some corn yesterday, and all we're going to do is strip that. There we go. And this can be served at my restaurant. We have this as an appetizer. Like instead, if you don't want like guacamole or regular salsa, We also have this as a side, and I really enjoy it as a salsa. I also enjoy putting it in different kinds of tacos, especially it's really good to go in a pork taco. Um, but today I thought since it should kind of go with this particular cheese and everything, I thought I would use this as my salsa base instead of a normal salsa because I really like it and I had never made it at home. I've only once or twice gotten to make it at work because I'm just not the guy that makes that particular thing. Okay, so we have our corn, and then ahead of time, I chopped up a little bit of some white onion, and you want, just proportionate. If you really like onion, put a little bit more. If you don't like onion, put a little bit less or leave it out entirely. Then I have some fresh garlic.
Like 1 or 2 cloves.
1 or 2 cloves in there. And then I bought this a little while ago and I have to use it, so I'm using it today. Otherwise, I'd normally chop up some fresh cilantro, but I'd gotten this to use it in something really quick, and then I never ended up using it, which happens sometimes. But I need to use it up, so it's just cilantro paste. And I'm just going to put a little bit in there.
About a tablespoon?
Yeah, about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit less. I'm going to start off. I don't want it to be too strong.
I need
And then,
this.
hey Lily, you want to come say hi? Show everybody your fancy dress.
You made it out of what?
There was like this like diamond-shaped piece of cardboard.
Okay, Lil, if you're going to show something, show it on
Okay.
camera.
Go, show it to me.
No, I'm-
Go
Okay.
show it to people.
Well, then,
to smell
okay,
it.
then let me complete it, and we'll do that later, okay?
It smells like soap.
Oh, yeah, everybody wants to see you. Come here. Lil, show them your dress.
Come on.
Come on.
Okay, I'm coming.
She'll be coming in over here.
I'm coming to the front.
Okay.
1 second.
Come on.
I'll be right there.
Come on, 5.
She has to eat a chicken nugget first
4.
before she comes in, everybody.
And there she is.
Say hey.
Zoom in.
So what was the best thing about 4th of July?
Hello.
What was the best thing about 4th of July?
Happy next day after 4th of July.
What was your
Okay.
best part? What did you like
What did you
about
like about
4th of
4th of
July?
Okay, I guess
Okay,
that's
so we
it.
don't get to hear about what her favorite thing was, but I would venture a guess it was the
It was
fireworks.
the fireworks, yes. Okay, so I just put some mayonnaise, about a couple tablespoons, and you can add a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on your. And the corn is already, well salted, and I put some. I actually rubbed it with a little bit of the marinade, that because I used when I was doing the brisket. You would baste it with the marinade that I was soaking in overnight a couple of times, and when I was grilling the corn, I did kind of the same thing and just kind of let it cook into the corn and give it a lot of flavor. And so that's basically what you're looking for. It's going to be a little bit brighter if you don't grill the corn. If you just boil the corn, then this will turn out a little bit better of a color.
Yellower.
But
Unless
that
you
flavor's
use white
so
corn.
good. Oh my god, that's so good. Yeah. Well, you got to taste it on camera.
Mmm.
You like that? It's only us eating it.
You
So.
need a new spoon now. Don't put that back in there.
It's only us eating it. I'm not serving it to anybody else or
You
else I
need to
would.
set a good example.
Okay. All right. Actually, I want a little bit more, slightly more mayonnaise. I like mine just a little bit creamier. And I think just a touch more.
Could you use like sour cream or anything?
If you want to use sour cream, feel free to use sour cream. I'm sure there's a vegan substitute, like vegan mayonnaise. I've tried one or two that are actually pretty good. But all right, and then, so we have our esquite. Actually, I'm not going to use this cheese because I had more than enough cheese. I had a backup cheese just in case it wasn't enough. And then by this time, oh yeah, our nachos are done. And then gonna put some of the blueberry
through on camera. That is a really beautiful purple.
Yeah, it is
color.
a really beautiful purple. All right, and then I'm just gonna kind of blob a little bit of corn salsa all over it. And then, that should be good. And then you can also save some of this to dip into too. And the final thing is I have a little bit of some fresh cilantro, just to give it a little more something something. I'm just gonna fresh chop that. And then, there we go. And so that is Pit Beef Nachos with some esquite and some pickled blueberry reduction. And let's see how this came out, because I really have no idea. This was a request by my wife that just kind of came together, and I thought it would be fun.
This one doesn't have any pit beef on it, but
Oh, wow. That's really good.
they're really good.
Okay, I highly recommend this one. If y'all can put this one together, this is very, very nice.
Very nice.
Later on in the week, if we go, now that I have all my info down on the bottom of the screen there, I usually have an edited video on around sometime Tuesday. I post on YouTube. I will have some of the how I grilled it. I did take several videos of the preparation and a little bit of the grilling yesterday. I just didn't have time to kind of. I'm still learning how to edit it and then be able to broadcast it, because eventually, if I'm doing something ahead of time, what I'll do is have some video that I can show you before we start actually doing the rest of the finished cooking presentation. But that's what we're working on. So anyway, thank everybody for joining me. I'm sorry we had some snafus today. Thank you, Yunji and Dave, for helping me out once again. And sorry, that was my snafu this week. I put the wrong date. So
And Lily.
hopefully next week everything will go smoothly and I won't forget what the date is. And y'all please visit the YouTube channel. Please click and subscribe. We should be on Twitch next week. I have not started that, but we are on YouTube, and we're growing. And thank everybody for coming in. And Lily, you want to sign off? And then I'm gonna pop in a second here. Hey, Dave, I see you. I'm gonna pop back into Alt Space, talk to everybody, but I'm just gonna sign off for everybody on YouTube later on.
Lily, put
Lily.
prison pie.
Lily, are we gonna get? Have we lost a Lily?
We may have.
I think we lost a Lily.
I will go and find.
All right, hold on. I'll go ahead. It's not important. Well, we might not have.
Sign off. Oh, you put earplugs.
Okay. My child is on the couch listening to her show with earplugs, so she could not hear us. She's literally 2 feet away. Can we tear you away from the screen? Possibly.
Sign off.
Possibly.
Thank you.
All right.
I had earplugs in.
Yes, obviously. All right. Namaste.
Prosper.
Live long and prosper. Namaste.
Namaste.
Nanu nanu. All right. Thank you, everybody.